As she tried to explain the strange message to her fiancé, things took an even sharper turn. Before she could calm him down, a man she had never seen before walked up confidently and acted as if he knew her intimately. He claimed she had invited him over, hinted that they'd met a couple of times, and spoke as though they'd shared something secret. She stood there in disbelief, trying to deny every word, but the damage was already done. Her fiancé's expression shifted from confusion to anger, and suddenly he wasn't listening anymore. Every explanation she gave sounded like another excuse to him. The stranger's lies were smooth, convincing, perfectly timed, exactly what the setup needed. Hurt and betrayed, her fiancé made the heartbreaking decision to end things right there, leaving her stunned, confused, and watching her entire relationship fall apart in a matter of minutes. It all started when she stepped into the hotel elevator, already running late and distracted with thoughts about meeting her fiancé. The moment the doors began to close, something unexpected happened, a sudden tug, a sharp pull, and before she could even react, her dress slipped off her shoulders and fell to the floor. Embarrassed and startled, she grabbed it quickly, trying to cover herself as the elevator continued to move. She thought it was just an accident, a wardrobe mishap that anyone could laugh about later. But the real shock came when her phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number appeared, calling her "beauty" and implying she had rushed things and should text when she was free. She froze. Someone was pretending to know her, pretending they had shared something inappropriate. She didn't understand what was going on yet, but this was only the beginning of the setup. When the elevator doors finally closed around Jessica, she had no idea the trap she'd set for someone else was now closing in on her. At first she tried to play confident, shouting orders and demanding to be let out, but as the seconds passed and the silence stretched, that confidence faded into panic. She realized she wasn't in control anymore. With her voice shaking, she admitted everything: how jealousy had eaten her alive, how seeing her ex move on felt unbearable, how she convinced herself that ruining someone else's happiness would somehow heal her own pain. But the truth didn't sound victorious coming from her lips. It sounded small, pathetic, and hollow. When the doors finally opened, she wasn't met with sympathy or understanding. She was met with the reality she had created. The person she tried to destroy now stood stronger than ever, while she was left alone, exposed, and defeated. Hearing Cody's confession lit a fire in her that fear and heartbreak had been trying to smother. She realized Jessica had gone this far because Jessica expected her to stay quiet, to break down, to give up. But instead of falling apart, she decided to fight back, and strangely, Cody became the key to turning everything around. She told him plainly that if he wanted to keep his job, his relationship, and his future intact, he had one chance to make things right. Nervous but determined, he agreed to help expose Jessica. Together, they crafted a plan that mirrored the very trick Jessica had used on her. If Jessica wanted to trap her in an elevator and humiliate her, then Jessica would experience exactly how that felt. And this time, instead of lies, the truth would be forced into the open. Just when she thought the situation couldn't get more twisted, the officer scrubbed through the remaining hallway footage and paused on a figure that instantly caught her attention. A man slipped into the security area earlier that day, moving quickly and looking around as if making sure no one noticed him. When the officer zoomed in, her heart dropped. It was Cody, the hotel's bartender. She had seen him around, always friendly, always polite, never someone she would imagine being involved in something like this. When she confronted him, his confidence crumbled instantly. Under pressure, he confessed that he hadn't acted alone. Jessica, her fiancé's ex, had paid him to sabotage the footage and stage the entire situation to make her look unfaithful. Every message, every lie, every carefully planted moment had been a part of Jessica's plan. And suddenly, everything made a cruel kind of sense. Shaken by the breakup and desperate to clear her name, she decided the only way to prove her innocence was to get the truth from the one place that doesn't lie, the security cameras. She rushed to the hotel's control room, hoping the footage would show exactly what happened in the elevator and finally put an end to all the false accusations. The security officer agreed to help, and for a moment she felt a spark of relief. But as he started scrolling through the recordings, something felt off. Every camera feed loaded normally until they reached the elevator. The file was gone. Not corrupted, not damaged, completely missing, as if someone had deliberately erased it. The officer explained that only an employee with special access could delete footage, and even then, it wasn't easy. That's when the first real unsettling question formed in her mind: someone didn't want the truth to be seen.